Hey, are you struggling with tight hips, groin pain, or this stabbing pain in your hip? Stop and try this sequence. I promise you'll feel better. The first thing you need to know about hips is once the hip starts going, we're getting compensatory tightness. So the groin will start to act up and the iliopsoas. The first movement on this sequence is a diagonal arm swing with rotation. Take special note, this is inspired through Qigong. So we're taking the arm off to the side at a diagonal range of motion, and then in between also lifting the chin and looking away. This opens up the deep anterior fascial line and gets a little bit into the hip flexor. Make sure you do both sides. The second movement is a classic lunge stretch. For just a little added support, use a chair or a ball to put some weight into the ball. A lot of people struggle with the intensity associated with this stretch being too deep. If we use the ball, it helps us to ease into it. Take special note to tighten the core gently to make sure you don't get too much of an anterior tilt. The third movement on this sequence is an exercise ball hip extension. The exercise ball hip extension is a simple movement to help ignite the glutes. Once you start having problems with your hip, the strength goes away. And once the strength in the hips goes away, really we have a ton of problems moving around as a human. The last movement is to get a little bit into their groin. The groin starts to bite on people when the hip starts to lock down. So it's getting a message, hey, we can't move. The groin starts to try to help the movement. So we do a supported goddess stretch here. From here, we're gonna take the knees out to the side while sitting in a chair so we're not putting all the weight into the groin. Then from here, rotating one hip and pushing the knee out with one hand, and then switching to the other side. If you have any questions about this sequence or anything else, leave them down in the comments below. Or better yet, set up your first consult and we'll change your life.